We're ready.
Recording. You may proceed,
Dan.
Mr. Greer. He's still there? Did we lose him?
What happened?
Shut up
Dan.
for a second.
Oh.
Hey, it's Postman Dan here on CIUT, the sound of your city. And I'm here with David and Vanessa from Goodnight Sunrise. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Just marvelously.
Yeah, great.
Great intro, by the way.
Oh my God, who is
Thank you.
Postman?
I've been practicing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could tell you were.
The cool thing about recording from your bedroom is you can practice in your bedroom, and it's just like practicing in the studio.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
that is now your studio.
That's a really,
Yeah.
really deep point.
So, two members of Goodnight Sunrise. The only two members? Are you guys still the only two official members?
Well, I mean, what's official? What's unofficial these days?
I don't know.
But to answer your question, yes. Yes. We are the two members.
We're the two official members.
Unofficially, there are occasionally other members.
Well, we play as a four-piece, so don't say occasionally.
It's okay. It is occasionally because that does not. And now it's who knows when. It's indefinitely unoccasional.
Yes, you probably haven't seen those occasional people for a long occasion.
Actually,
Not
ironically,
in-
not in the flesh, but I am taking keyboard lessons from our bassist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Why
Vanessa's
is
decided that quarantine is a great opportunity to finally learn how to play her instrument.
Shut up!
The
That's
instrument-
rude. That's
The
rude.
instrument
is.
she's been playing?
Yeah, sorry.
She's gonna learn how to play it?
Yeah, I couldn't. You bring this out in me,
You're just,
Dan.
this is
It's like
bad
I just
press
couldn't.
for the band.
I
This is
couldn't
bad press
help.
for yourself.
I started saying the sentence and I just couldn't stop myself saying it.
Well, whatever, guys. Whatever. Also, Dan, when you're done with this, somebody took me off the list of famous guitarists on Wikipedia. So if you could personally go put me back on there. That
Well,
would
being
help.
on CIUT will be a big boost to that,
I
I'm
think
sure.
so. I think so.
Yes, definitely. So, that's cool. Like, are you guys hoping to get official members, or do you kind of like promoting it this way, where you've got the flexibility to have different people with you and you're the two faces? Do you...
Well, that's how it's been now for like a year and a half or so.
Is that it?
I don't know, maybe two. What is time anymore?
Wow.
The photos look really cool. You guys look good together, just the two of you.
Well, thanks. Well,
It's not
really,
that.
it's really just how it ended up being. Like, our old drummer Paul had been with us for like 5-6 years, and when he left, at that point we had just like been back and forth between bassists. We just couldn't hold on to a bassist. You know how
God,
it
like
goes.
what's with bassists though? Who can hold on to those slippery little snakearoos?
Okay, well, we don't want to disparage all bassists, but yeah. So then
Dan Greer plays bass.
Yeah,
actually.
I know, and
And
Not
see
very
how
well.
See how that turned out.
yeah. I mean, you're a great bassist.
No, but that's not the point. So the point is, we had so much trouble getting a bassist in the first place, and then we, were hiring sub drummers and auditioning them, and it just ended up being that way, that it was better to
Well, it's
play
just
with
hard.
subs.
It's hard to.
It's like easier to have a fling than to commit to a long-term partner, right? Like you look for less in a fling. Like you can put up with a lot of things as long as it's not forever.
Yeah.
You know what? I understand what you're saying now. That makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Putting it into
You
terms
know
you
what,
understand.
that it is difficult to find
The one.
band member. Well, yes, there's certainly analogies to relationships where, but in a band you have a relationship with a bunch of people, and to find someone who's compatible in all the ways that you're both looking for is very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So the last couple of years, it's just been easier for us to get session players. Now, with that said, we've had the same two guys play all of our shows the last year and a half, basically. Sure. So yeah,
But
Ryan.
you can't get them to join the band, so you don't have to pay them?
No,
Well,
we haven't asked them.
It's
We haven't asked.
Yeah,
there
but
are-
that's not-
You'd
that's
rather
not-
pay them than commit?
Well, you know what? You're paying
Kinda,
for
yeah.
you're paying for a certain luxury, right? Like one of the biggest things in a band. I mean, there are pros and cons to everything. It would actually be so great to have a band because then you write together and you jam together. But the pro of it only being me and David is it's not a 4-way decision split. So when we want to make a decision, it's just between the two of us, which is tough enough already, let me tell you.
Hey-o.
And you know how, being in a band, how much harder it is when 4 people get a vote, right? So it's, that's what you're paying
Right.
for, kind
That's
of.
a good point. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to play your new single, and then I want to chat a little bit more.
Sure.
So
Great.
why don't you tell me about your new single and then introduce it for the CIUT listeners, and then we'll come back and chat a bit more.
David, do you want to introduce it since I always embellish the story, apparently?
We need an in-between. Maybe this is why we need a third
Why don't
band
you-
member, because I am terrible at telling stories, and when you tell stories, you really stretch the truth.
I don't stretch the truth.
You do. But anyways, so then if we had like someone in between, but anyways, it's okay. Well, the song is called "We're Not Dead Yet." And
are you pausing for dramatic effect?
yeah, I guess this is how I tell stories.
Yes, dead air is a really good selling point.
So, she liked that one.
That was good, Dan.
Okay, we wrote it a year ago. So
I don't know how much he wants to know.
Too bad. Okay, someone asked me to tell a story, so now here we are, and it's strap in your seatbelts because we're gonna be here for about 3 hours.
Oh my. No, seriously, make it snap.
Sure, I will. Okay, we released the song came out March 6th, was it? And this was like a week before it was properly declared a pandemic. So then it was.
To be honest, in March 6th, I was in Calgary. I was in Grand Prairie, Alberta, and they thought COVID was a joke. And I brought it up once, and they were like, "Okay, like, come on, like, are you serious?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess it's not." It wasn't really March 6th.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing. And by March 13th, we had to have we canceled all of our shows.
Yeah.
So it came out within a week of it coming out. It was completely inappropriate to promote a song called "We're Not Dead Yet."
Yeah, but it's really all a hilarious classic Goodnight Sunrise coincidence, because the song, we wrote it a year ago, and in short, it's basically just about not giving up in the face of constant discouragement in the music industry. But it's also, it can be applied to anything any sort of dream that you are pursuing. And if you are facing constant rejection and something is difficult to do, then this is the song for you.
And we only now, it's been over a month and a half since almost 2 months since we released it. Only now is it kind of, we feel comfortable actually promoting it and playing it. And funnily enough, before this all happened, our last live show ever, we played with Bonds of Mara, and it was our first time ever playing this song live. So we've only ever played this song once live, because after that show, all of our shows were canceled. So it's just kind of crazy how it all happened, that we released a song called "We're Not Dead Yet" a week before a pandemic. And then, radio trackers were like, and MDs were like, "We love the song, but we kind of have to hold off on playing a song called "We're Not Dead Yet" for a bit." And we were like, yeah, that makes sense. But now we're back.
Okay, we'll play it on CIUT. That's no problem. So
Yes.
Here we go. Goodnight Sunrise. We're not dead yet.
I love this song.
Okay, I'm gonna come back in. Pause for a sec.
Sure.
All right, and we're back. Love that tune, guys.
Oh, well, thank you. One fan.
Actually, as of today, it has reached over 30,000 streams on Spotify. So not
Wow,
bad.
that's huge.
Thank you.
How much money is that? Like $10?
No, I don't even think it's $10.
I think it's like a coupon for for
Coupon
a free
coupon
double.
for half off McDonald's or.
Yeah.
So the last time I haven't actually talked to you guys in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We used to
Been
see
a
each other a
while.
lot. So I don't think I've seen you guys in person since you opened for Bon Jovi.
No.
Dan, that was 2 years ago.
We've
Have I
definitely
seen you since then?
Yes. I
that
think
literally
so.
was 2 years ago.
I feel like when
We
did
saw
I see
you at CMW last year in Service.
I remember-
CMW
yes.
is not a great time to remember.
No. Yes, we did see some sort of rock shows happening at the Horseshoe. I have a recollection of.
Oh yeah, because you were a little.
Seeing you
well,
at the
but we
Horseshoe.
haven't really chatted. We saw shows, but we never actually sat
okay.
down and had
Oh
a
yeah,
chat.
no, fine.
Sure, like a real heart to heart.
We used to chat sometimes.
We did, yes,
yeah.
that's true.
And then you opened for Bon Jovi and you never spoke to me again.
Yeah, well, can you blame us?
Yeah, I mean, come
So,
on.
okay, well, but tell me about that, because that's huge. You played
That was
the Air
so
Canada
long
Center.
ago. Oh my God, Dan, are you
Or the-
serious?
It's not
Is
even
it
called
called
that
the-
anymore.
You don't want to. You don't want to talk about the Bon Jovi. You played the Air Canada Center.
We played the Air Canada Center. I almost
huge.
swore. Wow, that's weird.
Oh my god!
Usually
it
Vanessa's
is
famous.
actually physically huge in size. Like it was huge.
Nice one.
It was honestly everything you can imagine. It was the best day of our lives. Literally, anytime I feel low or like want to bring, or if I'm ever manifesting and I want to like conjure the best feeling I've ever had, I conjure that feeling of like walking, not even the feeling of playing the show, but the feeling of finding out we were going to play the show and telling like our parents. That was like one of the best feelings.
Were you like opening for an opener band, or were you like right before Bon Jovi?
We were direct support, man.
That's amazing.
David's pedal board
So the
was
place
next
was
to
like
the top.
the place was full when you were on then.
It was
full, but like
it was getting there.
Yeah, there was like 10,000.
Like it's not like you weren't like the band that they put on before sound check to play for the.
No, it was like a real proper direct support opening slot.
And that was like a Q107 contest or something.
Correct. Yeah.
Did you have to listen to Q107 to enter it? I hope not.
You didn't. No, you don't. But I would happily do so.
Me too.
I mean the funny thing is, okay, well, yes.
No, but the touching story, we have to say, like, why? Because it's not just, like, a random contest. It's because Bon Jovi is, like, this is who I want to be when I grow up, when we're a famous band. Basically, on his latest tour.
No, it's been for the last, like, decade.
Oh, my God. For the last decade, every show he's played, he has found a local band to open for him to give them the shot he had. And he came out before the show and had a talk with us and, like, told us why he does it. Like, that's the kind of guy he is. Like, he doesn't need an opener, right? Like, he doesn't need someone to open for him, so he finds local bands to give them a shot. How nice is that?
That's amazing, because, I always kind of like, if you ask me, like, the 5 artists I hate the most, I would always
Here we
kind of,
go.
like, include Bon Jovi in that.
Yeah, most people are
A lot
like
of people
that.
do.
But I guess I have to show Bon Jovi some respect.
You do?
Well, so it was funny because I felt like when we found, okay, so I saw that the contest existed and I just thought, well, there's no way that we're going to win this, but whatever, I'll just submit it. And all you had to do was just submit one live video, and then you had to also submit a like reference letter from a local venue or promoter.
You're
in
going to
Toronto.
love this, Dan. You're going to love this.
Yeah, so
Get ready.
So I'm thinking, well, who's the best? Because obviously they want to like weed out the applicants a bit to make sure that you're going to be somewhat professional. So I'm like, okay, who's the most Toronto promoter and venue that we can reach out to? So of course we reached out to Craig Lasky of the Horseshoe, and he very happily signed a letter on Horseshoe letterhead.
Oh my God. He did, though.
Extolling the virtues of Goodnight Sunrise.
Nice.
And so all I did was submit that letter and a live video. It wasn't even live, but whatever. A video of us playing Remember Now. And then they picked us.
Nice.
And
Well,
we
hey,
were like, what the holy... And then so...
And it was like within 3... They were like, you're playing the ACC in 3 days. And we were like, what? Like, we
Yeah.
thought
Oh
it was
my
a
God.
joke. It was
Yeah,
insane.
and through the whole thing, I was more... I wasn't taking it seriously because I didn't think for a second that we would be picked. And then also I was like, oh, okay, this is hilarious because I sort of had the same... I mean, I definitely never thought that I hate Bon Jovi, but
I love Bon
everyone's
Jovi.
got... Like, he's Bon Jovi, so he is like a funny character and easy to make fun of. But then when it happened, then I started to think more over those like few days before we actually played it. I started to think more about Bon Jovi and like remember all these songs that I know of from him and think about how much of a fan I actually was. Like it took opening for Bon Jovi to realize how big a Bon Jovi fan I was.
I did not realize how many songs I knew until we were watching the show after our set, and I knew every song.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. I mean, if you asked me to name like 3 Bon Jovi songs, I'd struggle. But sitting there, I was like, I know every song.
Keep the faith, bad medicine, lay your hands on me, come on.
Dead or Alive.
Okay.
Bed of Roses.
So,
Yeah.
So we should start a podcast. The three of us should start
Bon Jovi
a Bon
fan
Jovi
You
appreciation
talking-
podcast.
that's a good idea. I like it.
Bon.
Okay.
Bon.
And I guess so. We've been
Bon
giving Bon Jovi a
Jovi,
good shout out.
talking Bon
We definitely
Jovi.
want to give the Horseshoe a good shout out for that too. Craig and
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
at the
Craig.
Horseshoe. That's fantastic. They helped out.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, when we got it, we emailed Craig and we were like, Craig, can we call you for a second? Because we wanted to tell him in person. And I think he was terrified we were going to yell at him about something. And he like wouldn't. He was like, can you just tell me over email? He
Yeah.
wouldn't pick up the phone. And we were like, okay, well,
I mean, he's a busy guy.
yeah, but I also, Anyway.
Okay, so I think we got to wrap it up here, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat. Don't laugh at me.
No, I thought you don't want to
Actually,
hear...
we offered Craig Lasky a ticket and
Yeah.
he declined.
We did.
We offered him a ticket to the ACC to see us and Bon Jovi. He said no.
Well,
Anyways, okay, we can still wrap up. Sorry, I just wanted to add that.
no, that's okay. That's funny. I mean,
Well, he was busy.
I don't
He had
know
other
if I
plans.
would have wanted to go. I would have went to see you guys on the
You would've-
stage for sure.
Of course you would.
Well, shucks.
But you didn't
well, you
offer me a
can.
ticket.
There is footage. We do have a video.
And I mean, you'd like to know that the first thing I said when I got on stage, like a friend of ours was like, "Look, man, like when you get out there, just like really act like you belong." And I was like, yeah. And the first thing I did when we got on stage, before I picked up the mic and said, "Holy crap, we're playing the ACC!" Like into the mic to 10,000 people.
Holy crap.
I said, "Holy crap!" At least I
Yeah.
didn't swear.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah.
That's it. At
That's
least
good. It's good. Keep it clean. Radio friendly.
There you go.
Okay,
So
great.
okay, we're on CIUT 89.5, the sound of your city. We've been talking with David and Vanessa from Goodnight Sunrise. Guys, before I let you go, can you pick one song of yours that I can play?
One.
I didn't prep you for that. Now you gotta,
No,
you gotta
oh,
think
man.
quick.
Oh,
gotta
can
think
you
quick.
Like what?
Feel good. Play
Oh,
feel good.
okay. Like
Feel
each
good?
of us pick one song, or we
No,
collectively pick
come
one
on
song?
now. I already played one
Do
of
you
your
remember
songs.
now?
No, you can whichever you.
I
Well, I
think-
don't know. What's okay?
You know what? I
Come
think
on.
either
I think Remember Now.
Remember Now. We've been
Yeah,
talking
let's
about
do it.
Remember Now. Yeah, do
Remember
Okay.
Now, the
So
song
you-
that got us to open for Bon Jovi,
Remember Now.
That's cool.
and also
okay.
a positive, uplifting, optimistic song.
And also, just remember now.
Yeah, exactly.
So
even
I'm
in
going to
the-
do
yeah.
Goodnight Sunrise, Remember Now, and I'm going to do that into Champion Lover.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
yeah, great.
All right. Thanks for chatting, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thank you, Dan. Good. Great. Very. Here, I'll take you off of the. I'll put you on the old speakerphone now. Sure, that was a lot of fun.
I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. You can use whatever you like.
I mean, yeah, I don't really